How do you overcome, or I guess I shouldn't say how do you overcome. Recently, we have been having experiences on our end with spousal objections, and a lot of it I think has to do with kind of the virtual necessity, where if the spouse isn't there for the presentation, then it's easier for them to say no. Have you had any recent surges of the spousal objection, or how do you overcome the spousal objection?
So, I mean, this is a lot more common in our virtual consultations. It's the husband set up the appointment, so the husband is the one available. Even though literally the call center called them and say, "Hey, when's a good time for you and your spouse?" And they confirm that appointment, and we confirm them 24 hours in advance, and it's still one person on the consultation. Um, so what I've been doing more of late has been asking, "Hey, when can I follow up with you?" Because and I always have to relate to something that they understand, right? The last thing we want you to do is try to explain how complicated solar is to your spouse. So let's do this. Let me run through the topics of solar and how they work, and then we'll set up another time for me to sit down with both you and your spouse. Does that sound fair? That's one of the things. So it's not so much a one call close; it's more of a two call close, and that has been a little bit more effective. But it also goes into how effective is your rep on the follow up game. I have had reps that never follow up. I had reps follow up until they literally get told a no. If there's not a no in the conversation, or I'm not going somewhere, I'm not interested, they keep following up every week until that lead dies. And one of the things that I learned, even from a brand new rep who's been only in the industry for 3 weeks, he's like, "Hey, if they're still answering my texts, then it's game on." I was like, "Man, I've been doing this 6 years, and you're absolutely right. If they're responding to my text or my phone calls, yeah, they're still game."
Yeah, that's so. What if they're not responding to your text? Are they not getting?
Pretty much, right? So the last thing I want to do is beat a dead horse, right? So if they're not responding after, an email, phone call, text messages over, 2 3 week period, then maybe I should be redirecting those efforts to other, avenues, because we're always going to have that, re-engagement campaigns where 3 months down the line, or even 30 days down the line, we'll just send a mass text and say, "Hey guys, it sounds interested in solar for the house. The last time we had this conversation with you, you were saving $30 a month." um, and then that's also a way for us to throw in a little promotion. "Hey, if we would love to earn your business, so what we're willing to do is pay for the first 6 months of your solar payment. Would that be enough to earn your business today?" And if they respond, boom, done. On to the next one.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's something that we've talked about with several people is uh, having the systems to master that follow-up process, but you have to make sure that you have it automated as much as possible when it gets to that point where if you want to have a list of all the people that were maybe they weren't interested at the time, maybe they just ghosted you, but you're able to reach out to them when you do have those special offers, which I put them in air quotes because they're not always necessarily that special, but the customer doesn't know that, and that's kind of the whole point. Is that you're able to use that to create a sense of urgency. Another example is coming up at the end of the year. Obviously, the federal tax credits are going down, and telling people like, hey, if you think that you're going to go solar in the future, like there's no reason not to go now. Like this is the absolute best time, and you're losing money if you wait any longer. And using any type of urgency that we can create to push more people and reactivate more people, and to do it in a systemized manner. And that's the great thing about text messages. The great thing about emails. It's the great thing about voicemails, if done properly and not abused. If you do voicemail drops, is that you can scale and you can send 500 pretty easily. And if you can do that, then you can get many more many more leads reactivated and into your pipeline so you can book more appointments. Hey, you made it to the end of my clip. That's awesome. So, thank you so much. I just wanted to let you know that I appreciate you, and if you made it this far, if you actually made it to the end of this clip, I would also appreciate if you could go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as that notification button.
helps me to get my videos out there and give you more valuable content. Once again, I appreciate you watching this, and I hope that you have an incredible day.